Okay, the state's top competitive pinball players are coming together this weekend for the Utah Pinball Championships.
Mika is live in South Jordan where the women's championship will be held on Sunday. Okay, Mika, you're in an arcade. You're going to play some pinball for us?
You know, we searched this entire arcade, Lincoln, and there is unfortunately no pinball machine. We tried, though. We really tried. But we're at least setting the mood for what it could be like this weekend. I'm here with event organizer Crystal Cory, here to tell us all about what's happening this weekend. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so this weekend it is state finals for pinball in Utah. Tomorrow at Keto's Brewing at noon, we have open state finals. So that's the top 24 players in the state are going to duke it out for probably about 10 hours to ultimately crown a winner. On Sunday, we have women's state finals, so the top 16 women in the state will also be battling it out to see who's the best woman in the state of Utah at pinball, and that'll probably take like 6 hours.
And that's here in South Jordan.
Yeah, so we rented a venue for the Holiday Inn at the Holiday Inn South Jordan for women's state finals. We have a lot of local vendors, Quarters Arcade Bar, The Lab, Utah Pinball, that brought in 22 games just last night just for state finals this weekend.
Wow, okay, and this is a huge deal. So Utah's pinball community is actually really thriving. I didn't know this before. So much so that Utah's Open State Pinball Championship has actually achieved super state status. So what does that even mean? How do you even get that?
So typically in state finals, especially for open, there's 16 people that would compete in state finals, but if you have over 100 unique events and over 400 unique players in a calendar year, that means you get to bring the top 24 into state finals instead of just the top 16.
Wow. So Utah's pinball community really is growing then.
It's growing a lot. Even the women's scene, I remember just a couple of years ago, our average attendance at a women's tournament was like the same 13 people, the same amazing 13 women would show up, and now in just this past year, our average attendance was 23 people at women's events, so it's grown a lot.
Amazing. That's awesome. How do you train? How do you practice for the championships?
I like to say that to be good at pinball, it's 60% ball control and 40% knowing the actual game that you're playing. There are ways to stop, catch, pass the ball between flippers. There is a strategy to every single game. A lot of people don't know that. I would say the best way to practice is to just play the machines as much as you can so you can really get a feel for them.
How did you first get into pinball?
I got into pinball 4 years ago because on my first date with my partner, he said that he played pinball competitively, and I said, excuse me, tell me everything about what you just said, because that sounds crazy. And now 4 years later, I'm the Utah Women's State Rep. I run leagues, I run tournaments. I'm really just all in.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Not your classic love story, a very unique one. That's awesome. Yeah. So tell us more about what these competitors are competing for. What do they win? What are you holding right now?
Yeah, so for Open State Finals and for Women's State Finals, the winner will win this amazing plaque. This is obviously the women's plaque. They also win the chance to represent Utah at nationals. So for Open Nationals this year, they will be held in Chicago at the beginning of March, and then Women's Nationals will be held at the end of March in Colorado this year.
And so the winners will move on to nationals.
Yeah.
And how many winners from Utah could go
Just
on?
one.
Just one. Wow, just one person. All right. And if people want to watch, how can they do so?
So we have an amazing streamer this weekend on Twitch that is streaming both the Open Finals and the Women's Finals. If you look up The King Pinball on Twitch, you can watch the action live. If you want to prove to yourself that pinball's not random, state finals will prove that to you.
And anything you want to say to people who might be interested in getting into pinball now if they weren't already?
Yeah, so at the Holiday Inn South Jordan, we have a women's tournament tonight, actually, at 6 p.m. Just $5 in a couple hours of your time. You can give it a shot. And then we have an open tournament tomorrow also at the Holiday Inn South Jordan at 6 p.m. So if people want to come see their skills, see it in action, we would love to have them.
I'm feeling a little bit motivated right now. I kind of want to test my pinball.
You should come.
It's been a minute. It has been a while, but it sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. Good luck to all the competitors out there. Crystal Cory, event organizer, Thank you so much for your time. It's been so much fun. And guys, the tournament's not going to be held here, the championships, but Megaplex, again, we want to say thank you. They let us come right inside, set the mood. We appreciate it because it's cold outside and it's a lot more fun inside this arcade. But I might stick to basketball, go play some other kind of sport, probably not pinball. But I'll send it back to you in studio.
All right,
How
Mika.
are your guys' pinball skills, by the way?
They're pretty bad. I like it, but I'm not that great at it. So.
Yeah, we have one at our house, one of the classic pinball machines.
Nice.
My wife is very good.
Very good at it.
Yeah,
All right,
I
we're
get
going to go to
intimidated.
to go to your house to
Sure.
practice.
I get intimidated, though, when I try to play her.
All right.